Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's episode is all about a topic that so many of us are familiar with: alcohol. Whether you drink it occasionally or it's part of your daily routine, it's important to understand what alcohol really does to your body, mind, and overall health. I will be breaking down the effects of alcohol in a way that's easy to understand, discussing its impact on your sleep, nutrition, mental health, and more. I will also talk about why alcohol is such a big part of our social culture and explore some great alternatives for those of you considering cutting back. So grab a drink, hopefully a healthy one, and let's get started. Let's start with the basics. What exactly happens to your body when you drink alcohol? First, alcohol is a depressant, which means it slows down your brain function. That's why after a few drinks, your reaction time gets slower. Your thinking becomes a little fuzzier, and you might feel more relaxed or uninhibited. But beyond the buzz, alcohol does much more. In the short term, alcohol interferes with your body's ability to coordinate movements and control emotions. You have probably seen this in someone who had too much to drink. They get clumsy, maybe slur their words, or become overly emotional. But those are just the short term effects. Long term drinking can lead to some pretty serious health issues. Chronic alcohol consumption can damage your liver, leading to conditions like fatty liver disease and even cirrhosis. It can also affect your heart, increasing your risk of high blood pressure and heart disease. Alcohol has also been linked to an increased risk of certain cancers, including breast cancer, liver cancer, and colon cancer. And let's not forget about the brain. Long-term alcohol use can shrink parts of the brain responsible for memory and decision-making. Over time, this can lead to cognitive decline or memory loss. Next, let's talk about how alcohol impacts your sleep. A lot of people think a nightcap will help them sleep better. It's true that alcohol might make you feel sleepy at first, but it actually disrupts your sleep cycle. What happens is that alcohol interferes with your REM sleep, which is the deep sleep restorative stage of sleep, where your brain processes memories and emotions. Without enough REM sleep, you're more likely to wake up feeling tired, groggy, and irritable, even if you slept for a full 8 hours. So, while it might seem like alcohol helps you fall asleep, it's actually preventing you from getting the kind of restful sleep your body and brain needs. In fact, alcohol can contribute to insomnia and even worsen conditions like sleep apnea. Alcohol doesn't just affect your brain in sleep, it also messes with your nutrition. First of all, alcohol is packed with empty calories. A single glass of wine is about 120 calories, and a pint of beer can have over 200. But here's the thing: those calories don't come with any real nutrients. On top of that, alcohol can slow down your metabolism and make it harder for your body to burn fat. More importantly, alcohol interferes with how your body absorbs important nutrients. It can deplete your stores of vitamins like B12, folate, and magnesium, which are essential for everything from brain function to maintaining healthy energy levels. Over time, heavy drinking can lead to nutrient deficiencies, which can cause fatigue, weakness, and even mood problems. And we all know that after a few drinks, your judgment might go out of the window. when it comes to food. You're more likely to reach for unhealthy snacks or greasy foods that you wouldn't normally eat. This not only adds extra calories but can throw off your blood sugar levels, leading to cravings and energy crashes. Did you know alcohol also affects your gut health? Our digestive system relies on a delicate balance of good and bad bacteria, and alcohol can disrupt that balance. Regular drinking can kill off beneficial gut bacteria, leading to digestive problems like bloating, acid reflux, and even something called leaky gut syndrome. This is when your gut lining becomes more permeable than it should be, allowing toxins and bacteria to pass into your bloodstream, which can lead to inflammation and a whole range of health problems. Alcohol is also known to irritate the stomach lining. That's why people who drink heavily often experience gastritis, which is basically inflammation of the stomach lining. It can cause nausea, indigestion, and even stomach ulcers over time. Let's shift gears a bit and talk about the role alcohol plays in our society. From holidays and birthdays to happy hours and weddings, alcohol is often front and center at social events. It's become so ingrained in our culture that it can feel weird or uncomfortable to be the person not drinking at the party. But here's the thing, just because it's common doesn't mean it's necessary. There's a lot of social pressure around drinking, and that can lead to unhealthy habits. For some people, what starts at casual social drinking can turn into regular consumption as a way to cope with stress, anxiety, or loneliness. That's where things get tricky. When we start using alcohol to deal with our emotions, we are not actually addressing the root cause of the problem. We are just masking it. Over time, this can lead to alcohol dependence or even addiction. So, how do we balance drinking in a healthy way? The key is moderation. Health guidelines recommend no more than one drink per day for women and two drinks per day for men. But even that can add up over time. It's important to be honest with yourself about how much and how often you're drinking. If you find that alcohol is becoming a regular habit, or if it's starting to affect your mood, sleep, or relationships, it might be worth taking a step back and reassessing. Some people decide to go alcohol free entirely, while others practice moderation by cutting back or limiting alcohol to certain occasions. One trend we are seeing more of these days is the rise of alcohol free alternatives. Things like mocktails, alcohol-free beer, and even alcohol-free wine have become really popular as more people choose to drink less or not at all. These alternatives let you enjoy the social aspects of drinking without the negative effects. So, if you're trying to cut back but still want to feel like you're part of the celebration, these options can be a great choice. And there's a whole movement behind this idea called sober curiosity. It's not about being an alcoholic or needing to quit completely. It's more about being mindful of how alcohol affects your mind and body and making a conscious choice about when and how you drink. Now, for those of you into fitness, here's something to think about. Alcohol can seriously impact your athletic performance. It dehydrates you, which is the opposite of what you want if you're working out or trying to recover from exercise. Alcohol also interferes with muscle recovery by slowing down protein synthesis, which is how your body repairs and builds muscle. So, if you're hitting the gym and then having a few beers after, you're undoing a lot of the hard work you just put in. Alcohol can also mess with your hormones, like increasing your levels of cortisol, stress hormone, while reducing testosterone, which is important for muscle growth in both men and women. Let's talk about how alcohol affects your skin. We have all heard of the term wine face, right? Alcohol dehydrates your skin, leading to dryness, fine lines, and wrinkles over time. It can also make existing skin conditions worse. For example, people with acne or rosacea often find that alcohol triggers flare ups. That's because alcohol causes inflammation, and for your skin, inflammation equals redness, puffiness, and irritation. If you're someone who's concerned about aging or maintaining a healthy complexion, cutting back on alcohol can make a noticeable difference. You will likely see clearer, more hydrated skin after just a few weeks of reducing your intake. One of the most important topics we need to address is alcohol dependence. Not everyone who drinks will become addicted, but it's something that can happen, often without you realizing it. The line between casual drinking and alcohol abuse can be pretty thin, especially if you're using alcohol to deal with stress, anxiety, or emotional pain. Alcohol dependence is when your body becomes reliant on alcohol to function normally. This is different from alcohol abuse, which is when your drinking starts to interfere with your life, like your job, your relationships, or your health. If you're worried that alcohol might be taking over, it's important to reach out for support. There are resources out there from counseling to support groups that can help you get back on track. For any expectant mothers or people planning to have children, alcohol during pregnancy is a serious issue. Drinking alcohol while pregnant can lead to fetal alcohol spectrum disorders, which can cause lifelong physical and developmental problems for your baby. Even small amounts of alcohol can increase the risk. So the best recommendation is to avoid alcohol entirely during pregnancy. Let's not forget the power of marketing. The alcohol industry spends billions of dollars promoting their products, often in ways that make drinking seem glamorous, fun, and even healthy. Just think about how often you see alcohol in movies, TV shows, or even on social media. It's no wonder so many people associate alcohol with relaxation and celebration. But remember, the marketing doesn't tell the full story. Alcohol is a business, and like any business, the goal is to sell more. This is something to keep in mind when you're seeing ads that make it seem like alcohol is essential for a good time or that certain types of alcohol, like red wine or tequila, are somehow healthier. The truth is, no form of alcohol is actually good for you. You have probably heard that red wine is good for your heart because of the antioxidants like resveratrol. But here's the thing. You would have to drink a lot of wine to get enough of those antioxidants to make a difference. And by then, the negatives of alcohol would outweigh any benefits. The same goes for tequila or beer. While they might have small amounts of vitamins or minerals, the alcohol content does more harm than good. So while some types of alcohol might be a slightly better choice than others, no alcohol is actually healthy. That wraps up our deep dive into alcohol. I hope this episode gave you a better understanding of how alcohol affects your body and mind, from your sleep and skin to your gut health and fitness. Remember, it's all about being mindful and making choices that align with your health goals. Whether you choose to cut back, go alcohol free, or simply be more aware of how much you're drinking, the most important thing is that you're making an informed decision. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with a friend or leave a review. And as always, I would love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to message me on social media about your experiences with alcohol or any questions you have. Stay healthy, and I will catch you in the next episode.